The polished marble floor of the corporate lobby gleamed under fluorescent lights, a symbol of power and prestige, but in that moment, it became a stage for cruelty. A black woman, dressed in a simple blouse and skirt, stood holding a lunch bag, her face a mask of surprise as a white manager. His tie perfectly knotted, sneered, and poured a cup of cold water over her head without a word. The water cascaded down her face, soaking her clothes, as onlookers gasped in shock. "You don't belong here," he muttered, his voice dripping with disdain. Minutes later, the elevator dinged, and a man in a tailored suit stepped out, the CEO himself. What happened next would turn humiliation into triumph, exposing hidden biases and leading to a mass firing that shook the company to its core. Why did the manager do it? And who was this woman really? The answer would change everything, proving that one act of kindness or cruelty can rewrite destinies. The Parker Tech headquarters towered over the city skyline, a glass and steel monument to innovation and ambition. Inside, the lobby buzzed with employees in crisp business attire, their conversations a mix of deals and deadlines. At the helm was CEO Marcus Thompson, a 42-year-old black man who had built the company from a garage startup to a billion-dollar empire. Marcus was known for his sharp mind and fair leadership, but his personal life was his sanctuary. Married to Elena, a dedicated teacher who preferred a low profile despite his success. Elena, 38, with her warm smile and graceful presence, supported Marcus from the shadows, focusing on her students and their home life. On this particular day, Elena decided to surprise Marcus with a homemade lunch for their anniversary. She had packed his favorite, grilled chicken salad with her special dressing, hoping to steal a few moments in his busy schedule. The company was a place she rarely visited, preferring to keep their worlds separate. But today, she walked in with confidence, her lunch bag in hand, unaware that her presence would ignite a firestorm. The manager in question was Richard Hale, a 50-year-old white man who had risen through the ranks with a reputation for being tough but effective. Richard managed the HR department, handling everything from hires to disputes, but his approach often bordered on arrogance. He harbored subtle biases, quick to judge those who didn't fit his image of corporate. His team included Sarah, a young assistant eager to please, and Tom, a veteran who followed Richard's lead without question. The staff knew Richard's temper, but no one expected it to explode in the lobby that afternoon. Elena entered the building, her steps light, asking the receptionist for Marcus. The receptionist, a friendly woman named Lisa, smiled and called up. But as Elena waited, Richard spotted her from across the lobby. To him, she looked out of place, a black woman in casual clothes, holding a bag that could be anything. His mind raced to assumptions. Solicitor? Protester? He approached with a scowl, his authority on full display, setting the stage for an act that would unravel his career. Elena stood patiently, checking her watch, excited to see Marcus's face when she surprised him. The lobby was alive with the hum of conversations, employees rushing to meetings, their badges flashing. Richard Hale, emerging from a side office, caught sight of her. His day had been frustrating. A delayed report, a complaining employee, and Elena's presence irritated him. "Who is she?" he muttered to Sarah, who shrugged. In Richard's mind, she didn't belong. She wasn't in business attire, and her skin color fueled his unspoken prejudices. He strode over, his shoes clicking on the marble. "Can I help you?" he asked, his tone sharp rather than welcoming. Elena turned, smiling politely. "I'm here to see Marcus Thompson. It's a surprise." Richard's eyes narrowed. "The CEO? Do you have an appointment?" Elena shook her head. "No, but I'm his—" Before she could finish, Richard interrupted. "This is a professional building. We don't allow unannounced visitors." Elena's smile faltered. "I'm his wife," she said calmly. Richard laughed dismissively. Sure you are. People like you always have a story. The lobby quieted as heads turned. Elena felt a flush of embarrassment, but she stood her ground. Call him if you must. He'll confirm. Richard's face reddened. He hated being challenged. In a fit of rage, he grabbed a cup of water from the reception desk and poured it over her head. The cold liquid splashed down, soaking her blouse, dripping onto the floor. That's what gold diggers get, he sneered. Gasps echoed around them. Elena stood dripping, her lunch bag wet, her dignity assaulted. But she didn't cry out. Instead, she said quietly, "You'll regret this." Sarah, the assistant, looked horrified but stayed silent, afraid of Richard's wrath. Tom, nearby, chuckled, nervously, following his boss's lead. Other employees whispered, some filming on their phones, the incident spreading like wildfire. Elena's heart pounded, the humiliation burning, but she thought of Marcus and stayed composed. Richard, emboldened, waved security over. Escort her out. But before they could move, the elevator dinged. Marcus stepped out, his face lighting up, at the sight of Elena, then darkening as he saw her soaked state. "Elena, what happened?" he demanded, rushing to her side, wrapping his jacket around her. The lobby fell silent. Richard blanched, realizing his mistake. "Sir, she claimed to be your wife. I thought she was lying." Marcus's eyes blazed. "She is my wife, and you've just humiliated her." The tension thickened as employees watched, the drama unfolding in real time. Richard stammered apologies, but Marcus's fury built, his voice echoing. "This isn't just about my wife. It's about how you treat people." The rising confrontation exposed the company's undercurrents of bias, leading to a reckoning that would clean house. Marcus's voice thundered through the lobby, his presence commanding. "Everyone, listen up!" Employees froze, phones still recording. Richard backed away, sweat beading on his forehead. "Sir, it was a mistake. She looked suspicious." Marcus turned to Elena, his eyes soft. "Are you okay?" She nodded, her voice steady. "I'm fine, but he poured water on me for no reason." Marcus faced Richard. "No reason? Because she's black? Because she doesn't look like she belongs?" Richard stuttered. "I didn't mean—" Marcus called security. "Take him to HR. Wait, he is HR. You're fired, effective immediately." Richard protested. "You can't!" Marcus's gaze hardened. "I can, and I'm not done." He addressed the crowd. "Anyone who laughed, who stood by, Sarah, Tom, you're gone too. This company has no place for bigotry." 5 employees, including Richard, were escorted out, their badges confiscated. The lobby buzzed with shock. Elena squeezed Marcus's hand, her humiliation turning to justice. Marcus hugged her, whispering, "I'm sorry you went through this." The climax peaked with firings, a purge of toxicity as Marcus vowed change, the incident a catalyst for corporate reform. The lobby cleared, employees dispersing with whispers of awe. Marcus took Elena to his office, drying her off, their anniversary. Lunch forgotten in the drama. "I should have been there sooner," he said. Elena smiled. "You were, and you handled it perfectly." News of the firings spread, videos going viral, praising Marcus for standing against racism. The company implemented diversity training, hiring a new HR head focused on equity. Elena, empowered, spoke at a company event, sharing her experience to educate. Richard and the others faced backlash, their careers tarnished. Marcus and Elena's marriage strengthened, the incident a reminder of their bond. The resolution brought closure, with the company thriving under inclusive leadership, proving that one act of cruelty can spark profound change. What does it take to stand up? This story shows it's never too late for justice.